What's up, everyone? This is Picker's Church. That guy down there in the other box that'll be popping up here eventually is Golden Finger Picker. And I'm Ronnie, Hart's Pickers, Hart's Motorboaters, whatever else you want to call me. But we're here tonight. We switched it up a little bit. Had to get away from Sundays due to the wife and just some scheduling issues. Sundays are not turning into being the best day. And as you can see, I'm kind of here in my dining room, living room behind me. I got boxes everywhere. I'll eventually figure out where to put them. But how you doing, Mr. Chad?
Very good. Kim, we've been under a tornado warning, so anything can happen at any time. We thought we got away from that crap up in Indiana, but there's been more Indiana weather down here since we moved here than I don't know. So, but yeah, we're currently under a tornado warning. So if I go blank, that means the internet's out or the house is gone. So.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Dusty warned me about this weather coming in this morning, and I kind of blow it off because it's like, I live in Florida. We're not going to have to deal with bad stuff like this. And then sure enough, Kim's like, yeah, we're under a warning. So.
Yeah, we have, it's supposed to be raining here the next few days, but it's probably the same storm, I guess, as it moves east. But we don't get thunderstorms. Snow maybe, but I think it's going to be too warm, though. It's going to be in the 50s, which is great for this time of, I'll take it in February, 50 degrees.
Yep. Yeah, I'll make sure I grab the Selena jacket and all my Selena stuff and save it.
So how's your week been otherwise?
The week's been really good. I haven't done a whole lot, and I know we sound like a broken record when we say, if you're not listing, you're not selling. If you want to sell more stuff, you need to be listing more stuff. And it's no secret that I have majorly taken like the past 2 months off, literally, and my sales have really shown that. They've really dipped down, and I don't know, at the end of last week, I'm like, okay, I got some decent stuff, and I just listed it all. I went on a little listing thing, and then I think one day I did $500, another day I did $300, and it just goes to show, and it's like I'm living proof when you'll never hear me complain that my sales are slow, because I know what I need to do if I want to make money. It's that simple. But we had Logan's wedding, and actually the baby very well could be coming tomorrow, our grandchild. She may be induced tomorrow, and it may be the next day, but it will be this week. So everything's kind of gone on the back burner, and we're just like, I'm being lazy.
That's going to be a few more weeks before you get anything listed with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a whole season off.
Well, and that's what's good about doing what we do. If you do it right, then you can plan for not working for a month or 2 weeks, or, take a nice vacation, or do whatever you got to do. That's just a good thing about schedule. So.
Yeah, I think the same here. I really haven't been listening because we've been in moving mode and everything like that and getting stuff done. I'm down to my lowest listings ever being full time. I think I'm at like 680 listings.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting sales. I still will do probably between eBay and Amazon 9,000. And to tell you the truth, even though I haven't listed much this year or really paid attention, I haven't sent anything into Amazon other than CDs, I will be probably only $500 or $600 behind where I was last year at this point. So to be that, not done the work and to be only that far behind where I was last year, it just makes me feel a very good mood. That when March comes, I can hit the ground running again and kind of get it done before possible. I know my wife's going away at the end of March. I may go to the Dominican Republic with her. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and I was thinking about this today. It's like, I was thinking, like, what are we going to talk about? And, within the community, the YouTube world and stuff like that, there's so much repetition. But what I've seen is no matter how much repetition there is, the people are still asking the same questions. You know what I mean? It's there. You almost constantly have to continue talking about it. And I know it may get old for some people, but it's, I think we're going to talk about some shipping tonight. It's like, how many times can you talk about shipping? And people are still making the same mistakes over and over and over again. So, it's, I don't know.
I mean, I had a video. I got something my wife got for because she's going to Dominican Republic. She's making a souvenir present for the christening of her nephew, her niece, or I think, right? Her brother-in-law, her brother's child. But she's going down there really for that. So, make a long story short, we ordered these little bottles, like 3-inch bottles, like the ones you would find, like where you put the message inside and throw them in the ocean kind of deal, but smaller. But we got these pacifiers, and it wasn't even that. They were, if you've seen the video I posted yesterday, I was really frustrated because when I got this, like that cardboard legal flat rate, it was all torn up. I'm surprised nothing fell out of it. And then I noticed it was a little over 2 pounds. It was like just over 2 pounds, like almost like 2.1 and 1 ounce. And they sent it first class, 13 ounces on the priority envelope. And I'm like, how did they do that? Like that's the second thing. Like after I realized I got the wrong package and how poorly it was packaged. And it's not the first time. Like I had a guy a few weeks back, probably a month now, I bought a sport coat off of somebody on eBay. I sniped it. And I got it real cheap, like $20 free shipping. And they sent it in one of those. It was like a balled up thing. It tied in this thing. And it's kind of same thing. The cardboard envelope was all beat to crap. It doesn't seem to take very well. And it was just, I was like, I was really frustrated with the person. Like, I almost gave negative feedback or tried to say something to him, and their response to me was, I said, I think that was very poorly packaged. And they go, well, you lived a lot further away and it was free shipping. And to me, like, that just blew my mind. Like, don't do free shipping. Like, I'm not telling anybody don't do free shipping, but if you're going to start looking for the cheapest way to send something.
If you're going to sacrifice quality for savings, then you're in the wrong business.
And I just shake my head, and you get into these. I mean, at least the lady said to keep the damn thing because it wasn't that much. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with these pacifier things. My wife already swiped them up. They're probably in some box going into, what do you want to call it? I don't know. She saves everything. She's like a hoarder on the low.
Yeah. I've got something here, Ronnie. I don't think I talked to you about it today. I sold some they received it on the 1st of February. I have 30-day returns. They asked to return it because it gave static while they were trying to record. It's a Studio V3 tube. This thing was brand new. I mean, it still had the plastic over the, you know, where you could peel it off.
Yeah.
I got this thing back, man. They had it for like 3 weeks. I got this thing back, and it's been just totally, it has a big dent in it and just all scraped up. And if you see how scratched it is on the back, it's like, man, it's not like this dude just used it and there's an issue with it. He abused it. So I got it back. It is definitely not in the condition that it was sent in. So I was like, man, what do I do? What do I do? And, you know, with this new thing, the unresolved, you know, cases is what gets you if they go against you. It was $44, I believe. And I just, you know, like, you know something, I'm going to take the loss on it and just go ahead and finish the return, give him his money back. And I just want to message the guy and say, what did you do to this thing, man?
I would give him his money back, but I'd let him know.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't left me a feedback, so it's just, I don't know. It's, you got to pick and choose your battles. And for $40, it's just not worth it to me. I only had maybe a couple dollars in there. So even the stupid power thing is all bent. It's like, what did you do to this, man? I mean, come on. Yeah. And he didn't send me the book manual back with it. And it's like, good grief. You know, you said take pictures and you can fight it. You know,
at what time is it just worth moving on and just walking away from something? You know, like you said, you don't have that much into it. So what's the necessary about fighting it? It's going to cost more time than it is money worth your time. Or I think I said that right. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's true. And, you know, just because you fight it doesn't mean you're going to win. And that's the only thing I'm in. You know, I'm kind of gun shy out there right now with like 23,000 views. And 95% of the people saying, you need to fight this, you need to fight this. And I did try to fight it, and eBay sided with them. So it's like, after that first time, I'm like, you know something, it's not worth my time, it's not worth my headache, I'm just going to move on. And it's kind of the same thing. I mean, this is the same item that I sent, because I matched up the angle of the stickers and everything else. It's definitely the same item, but it is not in the same condition that I sent it in. I mean, this thing's all beat up and scratched up, and I mean, the scratches all over that. Look at that. And this thing was in mint, I mean, new condition. So, yes, it is the same. I am absolutely positive it's the same, because see the way the stickers are put on there? You can see the angle of the stickers, and the stickers right here, which how it overlaps into the power hole. That, I mean, it's the same unit, because I was able to match it all up. He just beat it up. Don't know how, don't know why.
I don't know. I've had 2 people over the last, I had one today, and it didn't bother, excuse me. It didn't bother me. It's my tacos talking to me.
Yeah.
And I had the sewing machine. Send it out. Guy complained about it. He asked the other day, he goes, oh, is there any word on a refund? I just ignored the damn question. Like, dude, you open a return. Now it's in your court. You want to return it? Return it. You know, but that'll fight if it's not what I sent them. And then today, I think he's just fishing for a refund. I'm 90% sure. A lot of times you'll have these people that they'll complain, or they try to get a partial. So if you're unreliant or not listening to them, they kind of open the whole, let's make a return thing. And they do it to try to get your attention, in my experience with that. And then usually they'll close it out, or it magically just starts to work again. Oh, I'm going to keep it. I figured it out. It was not a big deal. And there was one guy today, I sent a Robert Graham shirt. I sold it for like, I don't know, actually a good one. I sold it for like $115. So he got the shirt. I sent in a priority padded flat rate, threw it out, gave him a little upgrade because he was paying a lot of money for a shirt. No big deal. So he goes, shirt's been delivered today, but I didn't receive it. So I'm like, here's the tracker. It shows it was delivered. I know it was delivered. I did my part. I closed the message. A few hours later, he opened a eBay case. I opened the damn thing. I mean, I've been down this road. These little sellers, they'll try that. And eBay's going to side with me because the tracking says delivered. Now, if it's over $250, you have to have the proof of signature or whatever it is. You haven't signed for it. But if it's under, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they try to get their money back from PayPal or eBay. You know, sometimes eBay or Amazon will swallow it and pay them, and, you know, they don't touch your money. But I don't see it happening here.
Yeah. Somebody asked, you know, can you take the picture as you're packing the item for proof? You know, I think eBay is really good at accepting your listing pictures as what you sent the person. Here's a really good example. I had a Rolodex, and it was a metal case one, and it was a locking one. And somebody asked for it's a model 5350, which is actually it's the 3x5 card system in it. Okay, it'll hold the smaller ones because all Rolodex slots are the same. So it'll hold a smaller one, and they asked for a return because it only holds the 2x4 cards. And before I accepted the return, I just went ahead and called eBay, because when you're, and this is where knowing your items, okay, I knew very well that this was a 3x5 system. So I called eBay. I said, look, I've got this return, and they're saying the reason why they're returning it, which they said it was not as the listing, the description, or the photo, so it's not as described. And I told them, I said, you know, I've got this, and they're saying it's not for the 3x5 system, that it's only the 2x4. So I said, please take a moment, and you can either Google it, or you can look at every other single eBay listing that shows that the 3x5 card system for the Rolodex. So they checked it. And now this is really important, guys, because I did not know this beforehand. They says, okay, I do see that. You are correct. What you want to do, I said, I have no problem with accepting a return on this item, but I just don't think that I should have to pay for it and then take for them to say it's not as described. So they says, what you do is you go ahead and accept the return. You go to the case thing and you hit accept return. And then what'll pop up is another window saying, do you want to purchase a label, or do you want to send them your own label? In other words, like through email or whatever. And then another one has already been sent. And I'm like, it doesn't, she says, do not verify the return address. And I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? And she says, on that page, if you have them print a label, that means you're going to pay for it. But once you hit accept return, and then when that new page comes up, after you hit that accept return, it's initiated. Just close the window. Don't even click on any of those options. So what happens is, so in a way that's saying that you're kind of fighting it. And if that person escalates the case, if they don't send it back, and if they escalate the case, they already have it in the notes that, look, this item, the reason why they're wanting to return it for this reason, his item is properly described. So that's a good thing. And the person hasn't done anything yet. So, but as soon as you hit that accept return, you don't have to go through and print the labels. So if somebody wants to initiate a return and you don't think that they're legit, then don't click that other box, the new window. Just close it out after you hit accept the return. And if they want to return it, then they pay the postage, or they can escalate the case. And that was totally new to me. So I paid $8.90 to have this sent back to me, because I knew I wasn't just going to tell the guy, oh, you just keep it. I have done that before. I've done that several times with things that I just knew what this was. And I knew it's like, man, it's just not making sense. So I went ahead and paid to have it shipped back to me. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though. I'll test it again. And then the buyer can still leave you a negative, though, right? Now, if they escalate the case, the eBay had told me if they escalate this case, they're going to lose. And they can't leave a negative. And if they leave a negative because of this, then eBay said they'll take it off, because it's not a legitimate argument. So I guess eBay's kind of moving with the protection of the sellers a little bit more, I guess. I think it's really important that you be in contact with eBay. Everybody's talking about it takes them forever to get in touch with them. I called them and it was like 5 minutes and they answered my call. So I've never had a trouble with eBay getting a hold of them. I saw Brian Holmes he did like a 40-minute video while he was on hold, and it's like they never answered the phone. It's like, that's messed up.
I don't think I've ever been on the phone that long waiting. I mean, I don't like, because a lot of the time I was at my warehouse. I don't have reception in the back of the warehouse. So I just didn't call about things. I actually have to call about a few things I'm going to call about and actually get them taken off, because they should be taken off, but I was just being lazy. It's kind of like a scar. I get a scar, I'm not worried about it. But all of a sudden it's like, oh, getting all dressed up here. I gotta get rid of that scar there. I need to cover that up. That's all it is. I'm not worried about it. I mean, another thing with the returns I see a lot of time too in the groups, people automatically ask for a return, and they automatically refund them right away. And I think actually when you do that, it closes out the return, and they actually don't even have to ship back the item when you do that.
Correct.
So that's a big thing. If you want the item back, anybody should not. If you want that item back, do not refund till you get that item back in your possession and overlook it and then send it. There's times where something was just too cheap and they would complain, or they showed me, oh, there was something I missed, and I'm like, you know what? I just refund the money, and the guy's like, I can't find the return. I'm like, no, keep the shirt. Do whatever you want. Change your oil with it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to make a customer go through the hassle of returning a shirt to me. And I don't want to pay to have it back. It's flawed. Get it out of here.
Yeah, but Ronnie, there's a ton of people out there that'll sit there and say that, no, you're enabling them to take advantage, and you always need to get that item back. And what do you say to them? It's like, which I don't believe that. I think that's just, I don't know, being so paranoid that
you got to pick your battles.
Yeah, I agree.
It's no different with your wife. You got to pick your battles. If you're going to be one of those chihuahuas barking at everything that walks by the fence, nobody's going to listen to you. Yep. You got to pick up. Like I picked my battle with the guy with the sewing machine. Guy with a tie last week saying, hey, there was I sold a damn tie for like $17. The guy was like, there's a little pole on it. I just looked at he sent a picture of it too. It's the same tie. I don't know if he did it or I did it, because I didn't see it in my picture. I didn't care. $17. I think I paid $1 or $2 for the tie. It was a bad buy. I don't want it back. Have it. Keep it.
Hold on. What happened? They didn't come again today. It was Chad Salinas' shirt. He's going to be pissed. That hasn't been sent yet? Oh, I've been going crazy. Ronnie, is it okay if I give a little Selena update?
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Yes, I made a deal with Deb. Thankfully, she was at And I'll say it again. This is that broken record. Networking with people, let people know what you're really into, especially if you're a big video game seller. Let everybody know you're a video game seller. If you're a collector of Matchbox cars, let everybody and their brother know you're a collector of Matchbox cars. I'm a big Selena fan. I'm a collector of Selena stuff. Everybody knows that. And Deb was in a Goodwill, and she came across one of Selena's sheer boutique shirts. It's got the Selena label. She personally designed that shirt. It's everything in that she designed is things that she would wear. And they're really, really, really hard to find, the original boutique shirts. It's a button-up sheer, just like she would wear. And we made a deal on it, and I'm excited to get it. She collected, she turned a very good profit for that. So if you guys watched the show the other night, I actually made her the offer during the show. So I offered her $100, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I said it publicly in that other show while it happened. So, but yeah, it's a win-win situation. Super, super happy about it, and I cannot wait to get it. So
I think we could have a new segment of the show, the Selena update.
Hey, hopefully
every week you get something. I think
hopefully I can add something every week. That would be awesome. I've got people all the time, Ronnie. I'll get a message, it's like, hey, D, at a thrift shop, and I thought about you. I'm like, which one is it? Did you pick it up? Of course. So
I collect Tamiya RC cars, if anybody cares.
Yes, he does.
But I actually listed some trains actually this morning. I was gonna keep them, but I got a bunch of trains, and I want a few other different things, so kind of spend some money to get a few other little toys for myself, hopefully. Yeah, still moving out of the warehouse, dude. There's still a lot of stuff at the warehouse.
Still, you got a bunch of stuff there?
Dude, you should see the stuff that's going to the damn Goodwill. I think I'm going to fill my truck up. And you've seen my truck. It's like the size of a bus.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that's going to fill it up in one trip. Just so much bad buys. I have a bunch of bad buys. There's a few garbage bags. The problem was we had the warehouse for the last year and a half. Like, bad buys, they get tossed in a corner. That corner got pretty big pile. And then there was a lot of things I just took off eBay. There was probably 60 listings. I just said, no, I'm done with it. These things have been on eBay for a year. They haven't either. I re-put new pictures. I looked some of them up. They weren't selling for jack. So it was like time to move it by.
Yeah, there's guys, if when it comes to selling stuff, okay, if you want to get into like pictures, the little 4x8 or the 8 pictures, there's really a good market for that stuff. And if you see you're going to be doing stuff like that, consider buying stuff that'll make your listing actually easier. Like this item I got, it's a Scan Shell 2000 NR. These things are like $280 new. It'll scan up to an 8x10 picture, and you can use it for your business. You can scan your receipts, all kinds of stuff. And this is actually a higher quality. It's very small. It's much smaller than a bed scanner, and the quality is just awesome for it.
What do you scan on that thing?
Please.
Oh, photographs.
Yeah. For instance,
I missed the first part. I was playing in the chat.
I mean, photographs like these old 1970s. It's an 8x10.
Got that little hot mama.
Yeah. stuff like that really can be desirable. And flatbed scanners are cool, but something like this, I mean, you just stick it in there and it'll scan. Typically with the flatbed scanners, you have to trim and crop, but this thing just totally does everything for you, and it's got a program with it. And man, it's really neat. I did some playing with it, and super, super happy. Very expensive, but I actually got this one for $50, I believe. It was used, but it looks in new condition.
You bought that on eBay, or?
Yeah, I bought it off on eBay, and I mean, there's other ones that are running for 180, and they're like 270 or 280 brand new, but eBay prices are about 180. So, and there's some cheaper, but yeah, it's perfect. I mean, I'm excited to mess with it, and it's so much easier than a flatbed scanner because all you do is you just stick it in it, and it grabs it, and it scans it, and it automatically saves it to file. You don't have to do anything like you have to normally do with the flatbed scanner. So I would say that Dallas Moore probably has one of those.
He showed in a video one of the ones he has. I don't know what it is though. It looks similar if I remember right though. I mean, if you're gonna mess with photographs, you have to spend the money unfortunately, to make it easier to list them.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to a lot of stuff. Like if it's called making yourself more efficient. Like if you're, listing on Amazon, would be a good idea to buy a scanner, to help you list. And it's just one of those things that in old photos, guys, there is some really decent money, and there's some really good money in old vintage slides too. The old slides. It's all about the content, and you can normally pick them up really, really cheap. I think I listed 100 of those in one day.
That's getting stuff done. It's a lot of slides. Trying to think. I know what Deb was talking about. She didn't have her mail picked up or whatever for the last few days. And I came into the issue where actually last week, because of the storm, I didn't have or 2 weeks ago maybe, my packages weren't picked up. And actually on the thing now where it says you need to have all your packages within 3%, Chad just lost his power. Hope he paid his bill. But my thing now is like at 3.5%. I was like, what? I checked it the other day. I was like, oh no, we need to get that back down to 3. They didn't pick up their packages that day. It was on Monday, and I didn't know that they weren't going to come because we weren't able to drive. But freaking post office still counted it, and eBay's counting it as late shipment. But what else? Did anybody see on the seller update, the seller dashboard now, when you scroll down there, they have your return rate? I thought that was interesting. Anybody check that out? Anybody? Some nice people in the chat today. We got yard sale Hunter and Deb, Millie. Where's Vanilli? Got Spiky 911 USA, Andrew L, HB Picker, Midwest, Wheeling and Dealing with Willie 5. Say that one 5 times fast. But what's everybody's percent at? Because mine's at 2.99%. I thought that was kind of interesting. And your dashboard manager thing. I'll do a screen share. Screen share. Where's the button? Go over here, click on your feedback over here. And as you scroll down here, see, this is that bullshit I was talking about right here. Because of a snow day, I got messed up. And then that's total sales for the last year, I guess. But return rate, and I'm at 2.99 return rate for the year. So I mean, what's that? 3%? I would say 3% is not bad. Not bad at all. But hope everybody's seen that. Figured that out. Y'all a lot better than I am. Maybe it's just a clothing thing, 3%. And it seems like I 2.7, 2.1, 1.5. What up, Jeff Davison? How you been doing, brother? Popular Picker, how are you? Flippin' Easy. Leisure Picker. I like these names. Dawn, how are you? But anybody got any questions till Chad gets back? If he gets back. I wasn't prepared to be by myself.
Holy cow, dude.
You pay your bill? You pay your bill fast or something?
Dude, it went out like bad. It was black.
Well, your house is still there.
Yeah, it's nasty out there, man. The power went out for about 3 seconds, and it came back on, and I'm like, whoa. So I don't know. We'll try it until it doesn't work anymore, you know.
Yeah. I was telling everybody before that. Did you see the on your seller's dashboard thing? Now they have a return rate thing. It shows you actually a return rate for the last year.
Oh, do I even want to see it?
No, I went through mine. Mine was at 2.99%. I was like, hey. But I had a messed up, was it 2 weeks ago? We had a snowstorm here, and it happened on a Sunday into a Monday morning. Or no, it was Monday. It was real shitty, and the post office never came to pick up the packages that day. And I waited for him. So I got hit with because these were packages over from Saturday and Sunday. It was 15, 20 packages, and a lot of them started showing up late. So I'm actually over that 3% now. I was like, oh.
What's the limit on the return rate?
The return rate's nothing. I mean, on the late shipping rate.
Oh, the late shipping.
Yeah, that's 3.5%. I'm like, man, I gotta get that back down.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's not from you shipping late. That's not where people are getting screwed. They're getting screwed by the post office. They're getting screwed by the the pack and ship places that I would drop off. What's happening is they aren't okay. This is what happens this is how you get screwed. We have the hub. Our hub is in Pensacola. Okay. So what happens is our mail, the mail truck goes to this pack and ship place, and they pick up, because they have 100, 200 packages from where people have, drop their stuff off. They'll just throw it in their truck. They won't scan the stuff like they're supposed to. And what happens is it goes to their our post office, and it automatically, everything from the post office goes straight to the hub, which is Pensacola. Now, it may take till the next morning or the next day for them to actually start scanning all the stuff in at that hub, and we're late. So now what I've been doing, as much as I hate to do it, I've literally been taking my packages to the post office and sitting there watching them scan each one in. She even weighed them, even the flat rates. She said, because she said that her computer is telling her to verify the weight. Can you verify the weight? And she is writing in a pen the weight, even on the flat rate packages, the flat rate bubble mailers. And I'm like, why do you have to verify the weight on them? It's up to 70 pounds. Who cares what the weight is? And but she went through every one of them and did it. But I'm only doing that till I can, just to protect myself. Now, once we get into this and I see exactly how it's working, and because that was the only thing that's keeping me from top. Everything else is like top of the line. I mean, everything. I'm a top rated seller. I mean, by far. I mean, I'm so far, I'm not even remotely close to being taken off of it, except for these late package things, the late shipments. And it's like, man, I ship every day. But that's what's happened. So what I'm doing is I'm seeing exactly what it is, how it's doing when I actually watch them scan it in. And once that happens, then I'm going to start saying, look, if I drop my stuff off at this pack and ship, I want to know why when the post office comes to pick these up, they aren't accepting them. They need to be scanned in, and I'll just be an ass as far as, because they won't know who I am, because I'll just be calling the postmaster and saying, look, the stuff is not getting scanned in at this pack and ship. And it affects us. It really does affect us. So I would say right now, guys, if you're really like close to getting your top rated seller, I would stand there and watch them scan them in. Just do it. And I mean, if they're scanning it in, they're gonna give you a receipt. Absolutely, they'll give you a receipt automatically. If they have to scan something, they're gonna give you a receipt. And I take it to my FedEx, same thing. They give you a receipt. Now my postman, I just talked to him today. My delivery guy, he says, because I'm making arrangements to have him come by the house, even though we have mailboxes up at the front gate. And he says, no problem. Just let me know. And he'll scan them in immediately. I said, it's really important. We have to ship it has to be accepted within 24 hours. So he goes, if I ever get a package, I scan it immediately. I'm like, right on, brother. So I'll make sure I hook him up, and then I won't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, the guy that we have at the house is really nice. He scans everything in right in front of us, almost right at the door, and then he takes his package back to his truck. The guy that we had at the warehouse kind of was like, I think he puts it in the truck, and I don't even know if it got scanned to when he got to the office, because you'll get that like email saying, oh, your packages have been picked up. And sometimes I wouldn't get that message sometimes to the next morning, which was odd. And I'm assuming he put them in his truck, and then he put them on the dock, and that's it. And our hub is either Providence or it's, I think, Manchester, New Hampshire. So it goes either way. It's weird how sometimes packages will go up to New Hampshire to go in some odd places. Right.
Wow, we got 140 watchers. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you spending your Tuesday evening with us. We do appreciate it. We got some new names I'm not used to seeing. Leisure Picker, hello, Missy McCran. And then there's good old Pinching Pesos Deb. Yeah, I think most people, unless you were in trouble, going into this new thing, your top rated seller status should come pretty easy. And I just noticed I had 2-day shipping because I really wasn't too concerned. I lost it because of the late shipment, or not late shipment, but dealing with my pack and ship place and them not scanning my stuff in. And I haven't looked at my return rate. But yeah, I changed everything back to 1 day. And so I should be good to go. Let's see, eBay. What did you say yours was, Ronnie? Your return rate? Where can I find it?
Oh, 2.9. If you hit on the seller dashboard thing where you get all those other things, it's all the way at the bottom.
Seller dashboard, all the way at the bottom.
You go past your
Oh, you
late
mean
shipping,
the
last shipping rate, and you go past what it tells you made for the year.
your performance?
Yeah, that thing. That's your seller dashboard, right?
Yeah. Okay. Shipping.
Maybe.
What is it? Late shipment rate?
Down past there. Past there. Should be at the bottom. Near the bottom.
Yeah, it's called the late shipment rate, right?
No. Well, I thought you were looking for return.
Oh, return. Hold on.
Focus.
I don't see return.
Maybe they didn't update yours yet. You don't sell enough.
No, I've got my transaction defect rate is 0.16. My late shipment is 1.3.
See, if I show you mine, it's there, but it's down. Let me do a screen share real quick.
Yeah, let me see where I should be looking.
If I go here, your account there, you see the late
Oh, that's under account.
That's where I got hit. I see right there.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. Return rate 2.99. 58 of 1,943.
Dude, you're not in the new hub, are you? That's why. Yeah, I'm in the new hub, and I don't even know how to navigate through it. So, yeah, I don't think your return rate really means that much.
No, it's interesting to see it.
Yeah, as long as you deal with it, and if you deal with it, it doesn't matter how many returns you get. It's not going to hurt you to get 50 returns in a month. It won't hurt you as long as you deal with them without it being escalated. Correct?
Yeah, without it becoming a problem.
Yeah.
Take care of your shit. You're good.
And that's one of the reasons why I just went ahead and just like, something, it's not worth my time. I only have a couple bucks in it, so I'm really not out the $44. It's just, and I think where a lot of people get really defensive with their returns and really paranoid with the returns is when, they have something like that come through and they don't have that $44 anymore. It's not in their PayPal account. So if they take it out, their PayPal account, if it goes on hold, it goes in negative, it just creates a big snowball. So their reaction to it is kind of overzealous, and because they're really affected by it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I've got almost all my e-cigarette stuff delivered to me. Here's the little special thingy things that go to it. We will be smoke-free when the baby comes. That is still our ultimate goal. I got the really good rechargeable batteries to go. But the last thing to get here is the actual new e-cigarette thing, the thingy thing. So, and that tracking is not showing up. It was done Friday and it still says that it hasn't been shipped, but the guy says it was shipped that day. So it's one of these. Yeah, but we're excited.
They were saying there was just a tornado in Milton.
Ooh, that is where Dave Tyson lives. You guys know Dave Tyson, don't you? He's in the Reseller Society, and I've met up with him a few times. Yeah, I need to send him a message real quick. There's tornadoes on the ground here, guys. It's yeah. It reminds us in Indiana, we got hit twice. I mean, when I say hit, we got hit. Like tore the house up and everything.
My parents said, I mean, years ago now, outside of Cooperstown, there was a tornado that had hit by them, and it was on the news on the Weather Channel. I remember watching the Weather Channel, and they were like, two tornadoes touched down today outside of Oneonta, New York, and I was like, I called my parents, and they were like, yeah, they made a big strip throw, basically went through the state park there. It didn't really damage or mess with anybody's houses, luckily.
Yeah.
And then they had that one in Brimfield near us a few years back.
Oh gosh, we've got a big old hook. Dusty just sent me a picture. We got a big hook. You know when I say hook, that's where tornadoes form, like getting ready to nail us. So that doesn't look good at all. Yeah, if anybody wants to see what we're looking at here, just look up Fort Walton Beach, Florida on the and I'm sitting here chilling in a hangout while there's tornadoes going on all around me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, I mean, you can go hide in your bathtub, I guess.
Yeah. Dude, I'm from Indiana. Everybody had basements in Indiana. Down here in Florida, I haven't ever seen a basement. We looked at a lot of houses down here, and there's no basements. Yeah. Hold on a second. I need to holler at Kim. I'm going to mute myself.
I'm going to have to look this up now. Tornado hook.
Yeah, it's called a hook echo. It's like where you can actually see like a hook, and that's where the rotation for a tornado starts, in that hook. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We're used to seeing that. Up in Indiana, we're pretty used to it. So
that's why I like it up here. The hurricanes come like once every 25 years. I think the last hurricane that really came up this way was Hurricane
you're cool.
Bob, maybe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Back in 90, 91, I want to say. So, I mean, my whole lifetime, maybe I've seen two hurricanes. Hurricane Gloria, like in 84 when I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, somebody says never buy a home without a basement. It's like, you know something? I could say that. I mean, I could agree with you, but there's just no basements here, so...
Basement's a up north thing. Houses down south don't have it because the ground's
water.
So
yeah, the water table's so high down here.
I mean, all of Florida's built on a swamp anyway.
Hey, there's Michael Pierce. Thanks for showing up, Mike. Thanks for coming. If you guys haven't checked him, he's going through some really screwed up medical issues. So, yeah, it's pretty messed up. Check his Facebook page and his group, and wow. But as we're here tonight on unstable ground here, if you guys like what we're talking about, please feel free to hit the like button.
I'm just keeping you on as long as I can, and I want to see you just swipe away right in the middle of a video.
Yeah, I think I'll go like blank before that happens.
Hey, you never know, right? We might see things start turning around.
Yeah.
We going viral.
Oh, yeah. You're waiting on that paycheck now, ain't you?
I know I kept you around for something.
FYI, guys, just because I have squinty eyes doesn't mean I'm on drugs. Just saying. I have squinty eyes because I have to, like, stress to see stuff. So my doctor says I need to wear my glasses more often.
I think I'm going to have to get glasses very soon, which I'm not. I guess that's just a thing of getting older. Going to be 40 this year.
It's a little warm in here now, too.
Dude, you live in Florida.
No, I mean, I'm actually, well, I still have my, dude, I wasn't even planning on having this. This is my, like, lounging, like, it's the old military thing I have. Yeah, I'm just out of it. See, I wasn't even supposed to wear this on the show. Yeah, somebody needs to do a eBay Hub show so I know where everything's at. And Ronnie, I think that's really important. You know, last Friday, I made a statement. You know, I was talking about that video game and the guitar and that dongle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When I said, you know, somebody sent me a message saying that dongle doesn't go to the guitar. Well, I woke up the next morning and there was a message left on that video saying something to the effect of, you tell people to test their stuff. Well, it's obvious you don't test your stuff, if I had to say that. And I just want to say this, guys. For one, I did not list that as tested. Okay. It's just, I was willing to take the risk to list it without actually buying a PS3 to check it all out and everything else. There comes a time where, you know, as a veteran, you can take a chance. And it's like, you know, on this stuff, I'll take the chance. And through my research and stuff, there's really no reason why it shouldn't work. Now with the guitar, Ronnie was sitting there. I literally took the back off the guitar because I heard of what goes bad in the little play thing. I took the back off the guitar while we were in a hangout, and I looked at it and I saw that the contacts were making and everything else. So, but yeah, somebody wanted to point out that it was obvious I don't test my stuff. I do preach to everybody: test your stuff, test your stuff, test your stuff. I don't know. Somebody just, I guess I made them feel good to be able to call me out on something. It's like, oh, you got me. But I'll be the first to tell you that if I choose not to test something, then I will take the hit for it if it comes. Okay. But that doesn't mean that when I say test your stuff, that's bad advice. So I'm not being a hypocrite in telling everybody to test your stuff, when every now and then I don't really have the means to test it. So I don't test it. I sell it as it is. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because some people feel the need. They need a challenge and call you out on something, you know, like you're being a hypocrite saying to test your stuff when you don't test your stuff. And I think it's important. And I think it's important that I stand up for myself on that. I'll take my hit, but somebody saved my ass. He really did. He helped me out. He says, dude, that doesn't go to that. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. You know, if I had a PS3 sitting here, then I probably would have figured that one out. So, oh no, it was somebody, no, it was, I don't know who it was, but it was somebody messaged me on eBay. He says, hey, big fan, watch your show. Just wanted to let you know that's not going to fit that. I'm like, really? So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I appreciated it.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. I'm trying to think. I know when I first started selling on eBay, I don't know how many times I would sell a receiver and just plug it in and go, oh, it lights up. It's working.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any issues, but I'm surprised. I turned the different knobs to see if the little damn things worked. And they're like, oh, it looks like it works.
Yeah, Spiky, I actually do put film in my Polaroid and test it. I have old expired film. Actually, right here it is. And I mean, it's like beat up film, if you can see it. A picture would never come out, but I just reload it and run it through the Polaroid and it'll spit it out. And that's how I test it. And I actually show that. I show the picture coming out of it in my actual eBay listing picture. So they're actually seeing that it did go through its process of taking a picture. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I test all. I picked up 2 not that long ago, but they didn't work. I was like, what a letdown.
Are you sure the battery was good?
Dude, I have 2 different ones. I even chiseled off the damn plastic tabs to make them work in that camera.
Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go again. This ain't good. If you don't see me tomorrow, guys, this ain't Kansas anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So it could go out at any time.
Somebody else is going to be having the Selena jacket as it flies through the air.
Yeah. Wow, we're at 145 watchers. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us tonight. Yeah, if you're in the Texas area, specifically in the Texas area, be looking for Selena stuff at your Goodwills, at your garage sales. Because I tell you what, guys, if you could score a Selena autograph, I mean, you're talking $1,800 to $3,000, and a Selena T-shirt from that period from the early '90s, $150 easy.
You got a CD? I'll sign it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
To Chad from Selena.
You know,
XO.
I would love to have a Selena autograph. So, guys, if you're in Texas, there's a good chance you could come across that stuff and don't even know. Hey, suck it up and get a hold of me. I mean, I pay good money for that stuff. Ask Deb.
All right.
Gary Pearson says Selena sucks. Fuck you, Gary Pearson. Sorry. Sorry. Don't attack, man. I'm sorry, man. I get. Sorry. Sorry.
All righty. With that.
Go fuck yourself, Gary. Hell yeah, I'd carry her purse if I had it. Douche.
All right, moving on. If you like what us, hit the like button, and if you don't, hit the dislike button. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I've been called worse.
Well, don't fuck with me, Gary. Shit. It's not like you're gonna come to my house and put my jacket on your nude ass. I mean, let that shit happen again. No, I'm not on the booze, douche. I drank 2 beers.